And welcome back, everyone, to part 6 of What If Naruto Got One for All. And there I am, back in the corner. So last time on Naruto What If, we had the finals of the Chunin exams. Naruto faced off with Neji, honored Hinata. Honored Hinata. Basically, honored her, what? He got payback for Hinata's defeat. That's not honored Hinata. That's not the right way to say it. I mean, I guess he did, but that's not what he was aiming to. He was just getting back. He swore on her blood. Someone brought up that they would kind of like it that Naruto were maybe doing it for Lee. The problem with that is I think it works better if he's fighting Gaara in the first round for him to be honoring, because Gaara is the one who fucked him up and literally made it so he would not be a ninja until Tsunade came into the picture. That doesn't really work that he's honoring Lee going up against Neji. Yeah, Neji belittled him, but Naruto didn't really see a lot of that or experience a lot of that with the time he knew Lee. With Hinata, though, he saw a classmate, someone he actually knew personally, maybe not intimately, but he knew her, get screwed over and just nearly killed by Neji. So that makes more sense. There are circumstances where I could definitely see him going up against Gaara. Anytime I have to randomize the final matches, that makes sense. He could be going up against Gaara, or at least in some capacity. Anyway, I digress. So, all the other matches would go the same. No, Sakura, with the exception of Sakura facing off against Temari. I didn't really go into Sakura facing off against Temari very much, because the ultimate result is still going to end up being Sasuke versus Gaara, and then the invasion happens. But to just summarize what Temari versus Sakura would be like, both are very intelligent. Temari's definitely more tactical because she's just a more balanced, actually experienced ninja. Sakura is probably more book smart. From what we can tell, she is still very intelligent. But Temari had been already duking it out with Shikamaru, not really using up a huge amount of chakra, but still coming in with a little bit of a handicap. Plus being already a little bit on tilt from getting wound up by Shikamaru. So, Sakura coming in, showing up that she's already physically more fit than she was prior, and she's already physically fit. This version of Sakura, thanks to having to keep up with Naruto, is in shape. But she's even more physically fit than before, and is adding Genjutsu into that. So, I think she's going to be able to trap Temari in a Genjutsu at first. Temari snaps at it, only get clocked in the face. Temari blasts her back with wind. Sakura throws another Genjutsu out of there, but Temari is able to break out of it this time. Sakura gets smacked down again by the wind. She goes in for her strongest Genjutsu. Temari is barely able to break out of it, only for her to realize then that she's suddenly bound in the tree. I don't think that the tree bind... I think Sakura's learned quite a few Genjutsu over the month. Tree binding technique would definitely be one of them. I think what happens is she layered a Genjutsu over the first Genjutsu to trap Temari double time and eventually get that clock to the back of the neck, and she wins. So I give Sakura that win. The fight with Sasuke and Gaara would honestly go pretty much the same. I don't see any real deviation for that. But now we get into the real meat of it. The invasion. And the invasion happens, and luckily, as someone pointed out, the vestiges should be able to act like a perfect Jinchuriki and be able to kind of snap someone out of the Genjutsu. I think with more vestiges, the more powerful the Genjutsu. I think one vestige is not enough to do it, because the vestiges aren't chakra per se. I think they can provide disruption to your chakra system that would be able to snap you out of it, but only to a certain degree. So basically, Naruto falling asleep, I think Banjo would be like, we gotta snap out of it, kid! Like, wow, what's going on? And then the ninja comes. Naruto's about to react before Kakashi comes in, kills the ninjas, and says, you guys gotta go now. Go after Sasuke. Paku here will lead you. And obviously Sakura's like, Shikamaru, all this time you were faking it! And so Paku leads him off. The Orochimaru captures the third, erects the barrier, and all's well that ends well. And so the actual invasion begins. Now, I've been thinking about this since the fourth episode, believe it or not. So I have how I want to lay this out perfectly in my head. I'm like, oh, this is going to be fun. But first and foremost, we get them chasing after the Sand ninjas. Temari, Kankuro, and Gaara. They're following after him. Shino comes in to interrupt Gaara. Shikamaru stays behind to stop the Sound Ninjas. And by the time they get there, Sasuke is basically in the same state he was in previously. He is in a better state, though. I say basically the same state, but he's a little better off than he was previously. Now, and if I remember correctly, I did not give him the curse mark in this version. Yes, I do remember. I did not give him the curse mark. I had to remember he didn't get the curse mark. The trade-off here, though, I think, is the fact that because he's been training harder, he's physically more able. He's been training harder with Kakashi in this version, I want to say. So I want to say that he actually has enough chakra in the tank to do full 3 Chidoris if he really needed to. But this will put him essentially in the state that we had him in when they found him fighting Gaara the second time around, where the curse mark was kind of hindering him a little bit. He was able to squeeze out that third one, but the curse mark was kind of eating his body up. Here, he uses the last of his chakra to get the Chidori in. It doesn't wound Gaara, sadly, like it didn't in the original, but he is able to kind of throw Gaara off his game a little bit. He just finally drops, I got nothing left. Crap. It's like, you're done, you're mine, Sasuke Uchiha! And then boom, he gets kicked right in the face with a 15% one for all kick from Naruto. Just back off! Naruto Uzumaki. You're really amusing, aren't you? Naruto, get out of here. It's like, no way, you're not without you. That's right. And Sakura's like, it's like, I got him, Naruto. And she tries to put him under a Genjutsu. And for a moment, Gaara is a little taken like, Genjutsu, don't make me laugh! And she just gets Sakura! And so, sorry, they both scream at Sakura. She gets knocked out and is still in the state she's in. This was actually one of those scenarios where I think she could easily be taken by surprise. Even though she's a lot more competent here, I think she would have gotten a little too big of a head, thinking she could put him under a Genjutsu, not realizing that shit not gonna work. And so it's like Sakura. Naruto's like, hold on, Sasuke, hold on. And it's like, I don't usually carry them, but I got one. It's not gonna be on full boost, but it's gonna at least be something. Gives him a soldier pill, helps him recover a little bit. You got to see if he can get Sakura out of there. I got this. It's like, you're not going anywhere. And that's to which Naruto suddenly just throws a gust of wind, and Gaara gets blown back. I see. Now it's true. You're the strongest, aren't you, Naruto? Then killing you will be it. The greatest thrill of my existence. The proof I need. And he just blasts some sand shuriken jutsu. Naruto just suddenly basically throwing wind hands, if you will. Just they blast against each other, but one sand shuriken gets past there, just hits him in the gut. Shadow Clone Jutsu! And throws multiple clones at him. Gaara's starting to just rip through them. Naruto's like, what am I going to do? And Sasuke's doing this. He activates. He's got that chakra to activate a Chidori. He starts kind of like cleaving through there a little bit, but it's just not. He can't keep it activated long enough. And the sand just starts to reform because there's chakra in there at the moment. So it's like even every time I try to cut it open, it just reforms. And then Naruto just gets blasted back. Just, damn it. And then Sasuke just like, Naruto, you've got more chakra than me. Get Sakura out of here. What are you talking about? It's all right. This is as far as I'm supposed to go. Then that's what it'll be. I won't allow my friends and comrades to be killed no matter what. And Naruto looks at him and he's got that look, remembering training with All Might and how All Might tells him, always stand up for anyone who needs help. There are strong and there are weak in this world, Naruto, and it's strong have many goals, but one of them is to always stand up for the little guy, because one day the little guy, and he just looks at Naruto, who used to be the little guy, it's like, one day the little guy may no longer be so little, and that little guy may help others. That is the true goal of a hero, is to always help others and spread that hope across the land. And Naruto's like, I get it, Sasuke, I don't know, I know you can't get Sakura out of there, but stand back. I got her from here. What are you? Just suddenly charges up. You get that Doma Chakra, which was, by the way, I think you have more straight, true, badass moments in Shippuden. But just because the story had grown, we got more characters, we got cooler jutsu, all that. But there were some damn good shots in the original Naruto, and that was certainly one of them. Naruto just... and all of a sudden, he's going, Shadow Clone Jutsu! And he just, yes, that's it. And Naruto's like, all for one for all. 20%! He's going to his absolute max without destroying his body, which this would be it right now. Similar to how Deku at a certain time could push it farther, but his safe limit was the 15%. And he just rushes in. And at this point now, he's moving too fast for Guard to keep up with. So Guard's just doing his best. Is that the best you've got? Everywhere, all right, everywhere, Shuriken! And he just launched it with both gusts of wind, and they just go in deep. Before Naruto finally comes in with the 1,000 years of death, straight from the teaching of a handbook of straight from the teachings of Kakashi Sensei. Boom! Oh, great, an enema, and then boom, and then finally the Narutos come in, throw the shurikens. No, I gotta block. And then he does the multi-shot jutsu, grabs the Narutos like he did originally. Uzumaki Infinite Smash! Remember, I had the Uzumaki Smash be the whirlpool, basically. Just spin a clone like a top, or like a Beyblade, and come at the opponent. Here it's now the Infinite Uzumaki Smash! And then the clones pop out of existence, but they hammer into Gaara hard. It's over! Huh? Not to him. There's no way I'm gonna lose to a guy like him! And he poof. And so the giant Shikaku form comes in. It's like, whoa! You pushed me this far. I applaud you, so I will offer you a quick snap. Oh, crap! No! Damn it! And then he thinks back and then, summoning jutsu! Sad coffee! Or, so wait, no. Sad burial? Infinite jutsu. Summoning jutsu! Boom! And there's Naruto standing on top of Gambuta's head. Now let's cut for a moment, because this is going to be very key to, at least in my head, the imagery in my head here is badass, but we'll see how it plays out in the story. We cut to the aftermath where we see, or during the invasion, where we see like Anko and all of them are collecting civilians as best they can. And they explain, like, now we mount our counterattack. And you get all the ninjas mounting their counterattacks. Obviously, Guy and Kakashi were doing their bit. You get the Inashikacho trio, the Hashi. But also, it's like, oh, we got you. You still got civilians there. It's like, is that right? Huh? Oh! It's like, Detroit smash! Oh, what? Who the hell is this guy? Yeah, you won't be taking anyone. Hey, civilians here. Come, civilians. Come with me. And All Might's there just helping out. It's like, helping out, doing his thing. Doing his hero duty. Because that is who he is at heart. Someone who always smiles and always helps. It's like, thank you. Of course. And then, like, I imagine Toshinori actually had some, like, lady admirers, like, people who were really crushing on him. It's like, oh, please, madam, this is neither the time or place for this. It's like, thank you. Maybe she gives him a kiss on the cheek or something. You're very welcome, but I must go. And so All Might is going, and he goes, and he ultimately, unfortunately, because we don't know how long the invasion took, I don't think. I'm sure, if someone, by the way, don't just randomly say a number. I've had people do that where they just throw random information. If you can, actually see if you can find out how long the invasion was. Because we know it actually took them, when the invasion started, we know it took them a little while to get to the Saiyan trio. Plus that fight with Orochimaru and Sarutobi. That could have been going on for a few hours. Honestly, it could have. Because the way it's kind of displayed in the anime, it does seem like it had been going on for a couple hours. Which would mean that All Might is at the limit, even with a more recovered body, thanks to the medical practices of the Ninja Village. Once Tsunade gets there, she can really do something. But he's still got his limitations. I'd say he's probably a little bit better off like at a 2-hour mark here than he is in the, like, I think he says an hour and a half or less than an hour to be. He can look like All Might for an hour and a half, but can only be All Might, like true with his power, for like an hour. Still, he gets there. And they see the dome, and they're seeing the fight with the Kages. All Might says, I'm running out of time. Damn it. Sarutobi, hold on there. And he sees the Amba. The Amba is, All Might, are you all right? I'm fine, but, damn it. I wish I could help him out. Damn it, Sarutobi, don't you die on us. And he's seeing everything going on there. He then sees the Reaper Death Seal. It's like, no, not that. Because I'm sure Sarutobi and him have actually gotten pretty close there because they're both older. All Might's in his 50s. So even though because he's around Jiraiya's age. So even though he's not as old as Sarutobi, he's been doing this shit for so long that he and him had a lot of war, could trade a lot of war stories and have a lot of experience. So he probably knows about the Reaper Death Seal thanks to conversations, especially like with how this fourth sealed away the Nine Tails. Not necessarily telling him that Naruto's his son, but still. We cut back to Gamabunta and Naruto. And he's like, why should I mess with a guy like that? Gaara laughs at Shikaku and turns into Shikaku fully. It's like, I see. He's done it. The manifestation of the sand. And so they go, let's do that. All right, kid, hold on. Naruto holds on, using Black Whip. He's throwing also some air bullets out to try to help counteract the wind bullets. But then we're talking, while Naruto's wind bullets, or let's call them wind bullets, I guess, wind bullets are strong. You're talking about maybe a wind bullet, if we're using comparable size, like that, versus something that's taking out this entire screen because of Shikaku. Or maybe something like that. It's like, boom! Yeah, it's not just, it can't do anything. The liquid bullet's got to do something. It's like, conjure something with teeth and claws! And Naruto's trying, but Shikaku's not having any of it! And I can't hold on, no matter what. We just need a combined transformation. And Naruto's just thinking, but will that work, Sakura? There's got to be something we could do. And all of a sudden, Shikaku comes, throws another air bullet at him. I'm changing it up just a little bit from what the story happens. Like, we gotta do something. I'm not gonna be able to handle this guy for much longer, kid. Damn it. And then he just, damn it, I can't, all this training, I still can't do anything. Do anything. How can I be this strong and so weak? I can't even protect my friends. And then it's like, and then you cut to All Might, just like, I can't even protect my, I can't, All Might's thing is saying that all the strength that I can't protect anyone. I'm so weak. Damn it. And then all of a sudden, their minds flash to a moment during the training for the tuning exams. And they both remember the words that each other says. They're both thinking, like, Naruto, you've grown strong indeed. Indeed, Naruto. One day you really will earn the respect of the village. Yeah, that's true. And Naruto's working out and say, that's not the only reason I want to become Hokage. Really? What happened? Well, during the during the Land of Waves, I in that mission with Zabuza and all that, I met someone, and I kind of learned a little bit from them. It's like, I still want to earn their respect, but it's more than that. I didn't have any, and he just starts, and he's like doing like steps. Didn't have anyone before, and now to really acknowledge me, or even people I would call friends. But now I do, and I don't want to ever lose that. So I don't want to just become Hokage just because for people to earn my respect. I want that, but I'll become Hokage to protect the people closest to me, to protect this entire and to protect the home, place I call my home, because that's who I am. That's my ninja way. And a real Hokage. And All Might just looks at him. It's like, you would have made a great hero back in my world, Naruto. Because and let me give you this advice from the bottom of my heart, and that's truly what I believe. A real hero never gives up, and they're always willing to put their life on the line for the people they care about, even the people strange to them, because everyone is your family when you are a hero or a leader. And Naruto smiles, and they both and now if this were an anime or a manga, you'd have a cutscene of their faces just kind of like smiling, because Naruto's also been taking a beating this whole time. His body is literally creaking. It's on the verge of starting to break. He's been going at 20% the whole time. His body can't truly handle it yet. But they both just kind of smile. That's, and you first get the whole message. That's right, young Naruto. How could I forget those words that we taught each other? And the other's like, All Might, get behind me. No matter what happens, when I go, you go. Do you understand? And you see All Might constantly going from his reverting skinny form back to his muscle form, and you cut to Gamabunta and Naruto, and Naruto's like, but Cheat Toad, leave it to me from here. What? Just do me one thing, shield them from what's about to happen. My friends, can you do that? I said, can you do that? And he sees the look in Naruto's like, he looks just like his old man. Right, I'm putting my fair trust in you, kid. I say, you better. And what are you going to do, Brett? And then you suddenly you would get the All My Heroes like, dun, 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 dun. That's right, All My, isn't that right? And all of a sudden, Naruto just goes up in the air, multi-shadow clone jutsu! And all of a sudden, All Might goes full power. That's right, young Naruto. A real hero, a real Hokage is someone who's always willing to put their life on the line. And all of a sudden, the Naruto's glow full cowling, 100%. And Chicago suddenly sees like, what? Detroit! And all of a sudden, even Orochimaru and Saratobi can heal it as Saratobi's trying to take his soul. Let's smash! Or no, Elemental Nation, smash! And the Naruto's all come in. This kind of looked like when he fought Overhaul. And the Chicago's still like, no. And win, bud! And then all the 100 Narutos throw a 100% smash right at Shikaku, and just like with Overall, blow his sand ass out. And Gar is suddenly woken from the so he goes, you what? And all of a sudden you cut to All Might smashing through the chakra barrier, his hand burning from the chakra, but the sheer force is enough to just break it. And the sound forward and Orochimaru's like, impossible, what the hell? It's like, All Might did it! Go for the Hokage! And Sarato's like, it's like, the game is over, Orochimaru. He's starting to pull stuff. Lord Orochimaru! And the Sand 4 are panicking as hell. All Might just collapses down. The guy's like, go for it! Go! And Kibimaru, who would have the webbing, be able to stop. So just throwing as much webbing as he can. Get Lord Orochimaru out of there! Kill the Hokage, quick! It's too late for that. Orochimaru's able to pull probably a bit more of his soul out. So it's not just his arms. I'd imagine even his chest, like close to his heart. So maybe Orochimaru is now really struggling to breathe. Like he's got no options. When he gets back, he has to take a body. Like so, Sarge, fail! No, you. And meanwhile, you get to Naruto just squaring up against Gaara, his arm flopping. And Gaara summons the sand again, only this time he's grabbed by the black whip. Just, and Naruto summoning what strength he can in his arm again. This is what's really gonna hurt. And it just yo-yos him right to his boom. It just almost breaks his arm this time, but he's able to rein it back in again. Just. It just decks him, just gut checks him right there. Just boom! Kind of like we saw with Todoroki in the Midoriya fight, but a lot harder. And just, it comes up blood. The sand comes in, and Naruto's just trying to evade. Just blows a shot of air straight down to avoid the sand, and he's now just floating in the air. And he realizes, what? Why aren't I falling? And he realizes he's actually floating in the air. Like, what's going on here? It's like, and he hears a voice. Toshidori really did choose a proper successor, didn't he? It's like, I told you the kid was worth it. It's like, wait, who are? And he briefly says, you've seen. We'll talk later, but for right now, all you need to know is my name is Nana Shimura, and you were. And through that bravery, you were able to access my quirk, float. But for now, I think you have a little bit. We'll talk later. But for now, you got a little bit more to focus on. And Naruto's like, oh, okay. He kind of slowly, because he's trying to figure the hell out. Like, what is this? Finally, just kind of plops on the ground. And so you now get to the end of both fights. You get to the South Four with their tails between their legs, and Orochimaru struggling to gasp for air. Curse you, old man! Curse you, almighty! And they're just trying to gather. They get out of the webs. Saratobi. Well done, old friend. Even though they haven't, or well done, not old friend, but well done, my friend. And he just smiles and is like, it's like, Saratobi, no! Damn it all! Damn it! And, he did everything he could, but he couldn't save him in the end. And everyone's like, the Hokage's dead! It's like, they mourn him. Meanwhile, this would be a very similar scenario where Naruto's in a worse state here than he ever was in the original, because in the original, his body was just shot. That's all it was. He was so tired he couldn't move. His chakra was exhausted, all that. Here, his chakra's pretty used up, all things considered. He didn't even need to access the Fox chakra, really. But his arm is shattered, probably, right now, or at the very minimum, broken in multiple places. He's now, luckily, because of Kurama and some of the medical jutsu they have there, he'll probably be okay once we get to the three-way deadlock Tsunade retrieval arc, but still. It's like, how could he be this strong? No, away. I won't cease to exist. I won't. Naruto gives him the whole spiel. It's almost unbearable, isn't it? Loneliness. And he explains that I found people, someone who saved me from my loneliness. That's why I'll do anything to protect me if I have to kill you. And so finally Sasuke shows up. Sakura's all right. Oh, good. That's a relief. And then the sound, Tamari and Kankuro with the sand trio, not the sound. One word, well, technically 2-letter difference. Come in, get Gar out of there. And so we end with the funeral of the third Hokage. Naruto's arm's currently in a sling. And Itachi and Kasane coming to visit. And that is where we end part 6. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoy. Like, comment, share, subscribe. And I'll see you folks for the next one. Later.